When I say Peter, you say Pan. Peter. Peter. But first I want to talk to you about two words that has immense meaning in my line of work, and which I think that you guys and everybody else out there actually use very loosely: teaching and learning. For me, these are two completely different concepts, but they're very often just put into the dialogue as if they were more or less the same. If we're going to try the same with learning, I'm going to again use the association game, but this time I want you to not say anything and give your mind the freedom to associate with a smell, an imagery, a feeling, a memory, or even a sound. Okay? So here we go. Mom. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you out there thought about my mom? How many of you thought about your own mom? So this is not something I taught you what a mom is. This is something that you have learned on your own in very different settings, very different situations, and all of you have a little bit of a different idea of what a mom is. But that doesn't mean that every time we sit down to have a conversation, we have to define what is a mom. We accept the fact that we all know this concept, even though we learned it on our own terms. And so for me, therefore, teaching and learning are two very different things, and they happen in very different kind of processes. And I think both teaching and learning are very important in an educational setting. I think it's the teacher's responsibility to make sure that both teaching and learning is going on in the schools. But I think also that we need more learning than what we have today. The problem with changing from teaching to learning is that in doing so, we actually change everything we know about the organization and the physical settings of our schools. And that is much more complex than what we take it for, when I put it like this. But it seems to be very complex when we're trying to implement it into schools. And one of the things that me as a non-acoustician is here to say today is, please help us. This is your task of how to do this. Because to do one cellular space for one purpose is one thing. But to do this for an everyday with around 150, 180 kids in an area like this and 6 teachers, that's a completely different task.